Welcome to Boats Academy. Right now we will discuss about what is called bulk email marketing. Now bulk email means you need to send multiple emails at one go to multiple recipients, and you cannot do it from your private mail client like Gmail, like Yahoo, like Hotmail, because they would not allow to send bulk email. Now for bulk email, there are two ways you can send bulk emails. One is called software as a service based service, or SaaS based service. Another one is called SMTP based mail server. Now whenever you are creating a website with your domain name and web hosting, you'd automatically get a hosting mailer service inbuilt with it. We are not talking about these emails for sending bulk mail. This is for your official one-to-one mailing purpose. For bulk mail, that is a separate server we need to use, that is called either SaaS based or SMTP based server. Now if we go to google.com and if we search with this Mailchimp.com, this is a SaaS based website. If we go to constantcontact.com, that is another SaaS based website. Now if we go to Juvelon, this is another example of SaaS based website. We go to auber.com, that is also another SaaS based website. Now if we search in Google with SMTP based bulk mail software, so you can get kind of instantbulksmtp.com. We can check with bulkmailserver.net. We can get with cracksmailer.com. So these are called SMTP based server. Now what is the difference between SaaS based and SMTP based things? Now SaaS based, the best part is that you don't need to be a technical geek. You, without any kind of technical knowledge, you can easily send bulk mails to your email database, and all the templates and everything is ready inbuilt with these platforms. Now for SMTP, you have to configure your SMTP server along with your web hosting server. The technical part is required to configure this. Now SaaS based, another advantage is we call it inbox guarantee. Now what is inbox guarantee? That means out of 100 mails, if you are sending through bulk email, how many mails are actually reaching to your customer's inbox? So that is called the inbox guarantee. Now for SaaS based software, we get around 95 to 99% inbox guarantee, whereas in SMTP based we get 65 to 80% of inbox guarantee rate. Now another part is that apart from inbox guarantee, software as a service based email providers, they also work on double opt-in platforms. Now what is called double opt-in? Now opt-in means if you go to 7boards.com, you can see in our company URL, you can see the newsletter. You click on this. Now you get a form here. Now you have to put your email address there. Now whenever you put your email address, and if you click on subscribe to list, now they will ask you confirmation. Almost finished. You can see we need to confirm your email address. To complete the subscription process, please click the link in the email we just sent you. So you'd get one confirmation email in your inbox, and you have to again confirm that link. So it is a twice confirmation is required to subscribe to this 7boards newsletter. So that is called double opt-in, and you are seeing this form, the previous form, that is called a subscription widget, a subscription form that you can generate from your SaaS based mailing software like Mailchimp or Constant Contact that we would discuss and we'd see. Now this is called double opt-in. Now software as a service based email senders, they always use double opt-in method, but yes, you can also purchase database and you can send it without double opt-in. But again, there is always a risk that if most of the people they mark your mail as spam, then what happens, you would get warning from the software as a service vendor that your database, your list is not good, and you have to rectify, you have to fix your list. Now to avoid this kind of situation, most of the people, those who are dependent on heavily on email marketing, they use SMTP based server because there is no such kind of no strict rule of using double opt-in uh, database. But yes, by thumb rule, if you use double opt-in database, obviously your penetration, your market reach would be better in email marketing, and you'd get better ROI. Now, the second part is that all SaaS based companies, they follow a global rule that is called Can Spam Act. Now, what is Can Spam Act? They are saying you cannot send unsolicited emails to customers without their consent. Now, how to get their consent? Number one is called double opt-in method, and the second one is called, whenever you are sending them mails, it should contain your full company address along with a unsubscribe link clearly mentioned in the mailer copy. So that is called Can Spam Act. So Can Spam Act is saying your database should be double opt-in, and you should have a clear unsubscribe link in your mailer body along with your company full address mentioned to be mentioned in your mailer copy. Now, if we check with the from email ID, that means if we send emails, what are the email IDs we are sending? So from email ID, suppose we are sending bulk email for 7boards.com. Now we should not use any email ID here like info at 7boards.com or sales at 7boards.com to send bulk emails. Why? Because what happens if 7boards.com, if this email is, most of the people they mark it as spam, and or the report is as abuse, then what happens? Google might see it as a negative way that you are sending unsolicited emails, and your domain name might get penalized for sending unsolicited mails. So the your SEO effort might be at stake. So that's the, for surface size, what we can do. We can create another domain. We can purchase another domain, so 7boards.biz or 7boards.info, and just keep the domain hosted in any of the web hosting server, and we can create one email ID there, and we can use that email ID for our mail sending purpose, like info at 7boards.biz or info at 7boards.in, where the website is not hosted, only a separate domain where we can use only for mail sending purpose. Apart from that, you can also use your own Gmail ID or own different other mailer IDs. If you are using Mailchimp or Juvelon or kind of constant contact kind of SaaS based platform, you can even use personal ID as well. So that would not be a problem because it would go via the Mailchimp or Juvelon or constant contact server. So the thumb rule is that if your site is hosted in XYZ domain, do not use the email IDs and the same domain name. So rather you purchase another domain or create another subdomain and use that email ID for that subdomain, like info at mailer.7boards.com. Like this way you can use, so that if in any case if it is hampered for spam and abuse report, then your website, the SEO result, SEO effort would not be affected. So this is the scenario of from email ID. Now we go to this, what is called a list or database. List or database is called the total number of your email IDs, and each email ID is called a subscriber. So right now you would log into Mailchimp and we would see how these things go. So let's log in with Mailchimp. So we'd see right now how these things will go. So we put it here. So now you can see the dashboard here. So in the above part, you can see campaigns, templates, list, reports, and automation. Now you can see the report here. So sent to 1513 subscribers. So the latest newsletter we have sent to 1513 subscribers, and you can see here 39 opens, so that is a 2.6%. List average is 3.7%, and industry average is 16.6%. So the industry is a software and web app. You can see the industry average is 16.6%, whereas our list average is 3.7%. So it means that there is a scope of improvement, or we can we can get the more accurate database and more targeted database, then the list average would be fine. And also the open rate. Now what is open rate? How many people they have opened your mail? Now open rate depends on the title of your headline of your mailer copy. So if we can improve the mailer title, if it is catchy and relevant to the subject, the mailer subject, mailer body, then people would be interested to click on that. So you can see here from this list, you can see the industry average and your open rate. Now what is called click rate? After opening the email, if there are certain links in the body of the email, suppose somewhere it is written visit our website, and how many people will click on that particular link, that it's called the click rate. Now the least average for click rate is 0.3%, whereas the industry average is 1.8%. So you can see there is also another scope of improvement here in the click rate. Now click rate depends on the content of your mailer body. So if you write good content, catchy content with clear crisp design, so it would help people to provoke people to click on that particular links. So click rate depends on the content of your mailer's body, and open rate depends on the subject of your mailer. Now we go back to this page. So we have discussed about the list and database, we have discussed about subscriber, we have discussed about from email, we have discussed about software as a service based or SMTP based vendor. We have discussed about what is called opt-ins and what is called the subscription forms. This is called the subscription form here. If you click on this, if you go to newsletter, the form you are getting, this is called the subscription form. And double confirmation of this form from by putting your email ID here and again confirming it from your inbox is called double opt-in. And we have already discussed about scan pam ads. It's saying that your subscriber must be double opt-in, and you should have a clear unsubscribe link from the mailer body. You should have clearly mentioned your official address in your mailer body. Now you have discussed about unsubscribe. We have discussed about the inbox guarantee, how many mails can be shoot to your directly, you can get from in your inbox. And SaaS based vendors, they provide 95% to 99% inbox guarantee, whereas SMTP based services, they provide 65 to 80% of inbox guarantee. We have discussed about open rate, we have discussed about click rate. Now what is bounce rate here for email marketing? If you are providing wrong email ID, so your mail would not reach them, then that is called the bounce rate. Now we have discussed about industry average, we have discussed about the mailer title and mailer body. Now there are two types of mailer. We say regular campaign or RSS driven campaign. Now what is called regular campaign? Regular campaign means if it's a seasonal greetings or some kind of seasonal offers you are sending for one time to your customers, so that is called a regular campaign. For example, Diwali greetings, for example, New Year wishes, these are called regular campaign. Now what is called RSS campaign? RSS campaign means if you are posting something in your blog and you want to send this blog automatically, whatever blog you are writing every week, you want to send them automatically to your customers, so you can select the RSS driven campaign, whereas you don't have to write again and again the mailer content. So automatically mailer content will be fetched from your RSS feed of the website as a whatever blog post you have written in last 7 days, and automatically it would be delivered as per the schedule, mail campaign schedule you have set up to your customers. So it is called RSS campaign. So it depending on the choice, you can select regular campaign or RSS campaign, and accordingly you have to select your mailer template. We have already discussed about spam and abuse. Now mostly abuse, out of 1,000 mailers sent, if you get 2 abuse reports, it is fine. But if you get more abuse reports, then that means your database is not targeted, you have to fix it. And if you, the same thing happens with the spam, mostly 5 to 10% spam is fine, allowed. But if you get more spam reports, that means you are sending something wrong, the mailer copy or the title is wrong, or you are sending to a wrong database, that is not actually targeted to your segment industry, so you have to fix it. Now, what is called blacklist? Now, there are spam filters for everyone, every personal email client, and if more and more people are marking your mail as spam, then automatically the spam filters include them in the blacklist, and no further mails would get through their inbox. Automatically, it would be filtered out to spam box. That is called the blacklist. And if you are using SMTP based server, there is a provision that you can talk to your mailer server provider and you can pay them, and they can whitelist your mailer ID, and then again you can send bulk emails. So that is called the whitelisting process. Now, for email, bulk emails, since it's a force marketing, it's a push marketing, you have to maintain a certain frequency. We say monthly once or fortnightly one mailer is fine, and you should continue this mailer process for every month. It should be an ongoing process so that your brand name should be reflected and people can recall about it. So the same happens with the bulk SMS. So we say at least one person should see 3 to 4 SMS as per your brand name. Similar with the email also. So the frequency you have to maintain tactfully. Now come to this part where we have to create a new campaign. So we click on the create new campaign. Now you can see a regular campaign, you can see the RSS campaign. Now what is A by B testing campaign? You can send two type of design in a 50% way to your users, and you can see which one is having more open rate and click rate, and accordingly you can optimize your campaign. That is called A by B testing, A by B split testing campaign. Now if we first create the RSS campaign. If we select the RSS campaign, now you can see here the RSS feed URL you have to provide first. So let's take an example of say bengalspeech.com. So we open this website. Now we can check their blog. You click on this blog and you can see these are the different blogs they have written. Now for any blog, the feed URL is like bengalspeech.com/feed. This is a WordPress website. So we write bengalspeech.com/feed. We select this link, we put it over here, RSS feed URL, and we can schedule it say for every week and around say 8 a.m. Monday, and resize the RSS feed images to fit template. Now we go move to the next part. You see the bottom part, these are the different steps. So you move to next part, you go there. Now you can see send to entire list or send to a group on new segment, or say paste emails to build a segment. So I pasting here. So we are testing here with a new segment. So we can create a new segment. So build segment. So we put another one. So we put another one. So we can build a new segment. So we put one recipient here. So this is the recipient, so no problem. So we can send it to the entire list, or we can create a new segment. Now we move to the next part here. So we click on the next part. Now we go to this, we click on this. Now it would ask you to name your campaign. So we give a name, Bengal Speech Mailers. Now we don't need to edit this email subject part. It automatically dynamically fetched from the RSS feed title and RSS date. So we keep it as it is, or you can change it as per your wish, so that would not be a problem. So from name is 7boards info system. Whatever name at the time of profile creation, you have to select this from name, and from email ID you have to automatically, it would be taken from you. And whenever you are signing up with Mailchimp, you have to verify this email address, you have to verify your from name. Now these are the options, basic options. These are checked in. Now for the paid version, you can click all these analytics and all these things on social media, so you would not check these things. The default, it is fine there. Now we move to, because Mailchimp is a free version, it is free for 2000 subscribers per month, and you can send up to 12,000 free mails every month, not more than that. So if it is, your list size is more than 2000, then you have to pay as per the Mailchimp pricing. Now we move to the next part. We set up the template. Now we have selected the RSS feed URL, so we have to select the RSS template here. So you would select the basic RSS template. You can check here with basic RSS, so you can select this basic RSS template. So you have to remember, for regular campaign you have to select regular template, for RSS campaign you have to select RSS template. Now you can optimize, you can customize this RSS template. Whenever you click on this, so there are lots of things you can change this image, upload, you can change the content, so we can do this. Now if we move to this part, we click on this, we go to this content, so we write here, change it, this is a test area, whatever, so we put it 7, close. Now we don't change anything here, because this is the dynamic content part, and automatically things should be fetched from your blog post, so you would not change anything here. Now you see the mailing address and everything is been fetched from your profile. Now what you can see, you can preview this, enter preview mode, and you can see the how this mailer would look like. So you can see here, like this is a test area. Now you see updates from Bengal speech and hearing, you can see travel guide for people with hearing impairment, and these are the other related posts, and these are the recent articles. And you see the 7boards address here, and you can see the clear unsubscribe link here, you can see the update your preference links here, and you can see the office address here. Now this is the mailer copy. Now if you check with their latest blog post, you can see the same blog posts are there, combat hearing loss for active aging. So that means whenever you are updating your content from the WordPress backend, and if you have set up a mail campaign, RSS campaign in Mailchimp, you don't have to do anything further. So one time you set up your RSS campaign with scheduling, and with the RSS feed URL, automatically it would be sent as per the schedule to your users, and it is very useful for sending regular announcement news to your users. So here we come again in the campaign part. Now so this is pretty fine. Now we would send it to as a test mail. To send a test mail, we can send a test mail here with, so we can send a test mail. So we click the send mail, so the mail has been sent. Let us check that. Now after that you have to click on this and you have to confirm this. Now this is confirmed, and you can now click on start RSS. So you can click on start RSS, you can click on start campaign, so automatically your campaign would be started. Now you can see done and done, and now you can go back to your campaigns, go to campaigns dashboard, and you can check this. These are the two campaigns are running, so you can click it, you can rename it, you can pause and edit it, and you can even delete it. So we don't need it, so we can right now delete it. Okay, so we have to pause and edit. We have to pause it first, then we have to delete it. So we go back to campaign dashboard, and you see the campaigns, and you can delete this campaign right now. So you can delete it. So you have to type delete, click on this, so this is deleted. Now you can check with reports, and in these reports you can get different kind of click rate, industry average, open rate for different campaigns, how many people have opened, how many people have clicked on it. So December 8, 2.6% opens, 2.1%, 6.8% opens. So in that way you can check how many opens and click rates are there. And also you can get here your list, so you can import. So this list is 1 star, that means this is not very targeted list. So you can create more filtered list. So you can create list here, or you can add subscriber here. So you can add subscriber manually in this way, or you can create another list. Now whenever you create a list, you have to put your list name that is visible to your subscribers. So obviously it should be a proper name. Default from email, this is that from email that I have discussed earlier. This is the from name. Now you have to remind people how they signed up to your list. You have to fill up this per part, then you have to fill up your company, organization, city, country code, and then you have to, after submission of these things, you can add more and more subscriber to this list. Now if we go back to this, if we click on our existing list, and if you want to, you can also export this list. Also you can add subscribers, you can import subscribers here. So if you click on import subscribers, you can use CSV file, you can copy paste, you can settings from last import. So in this way you can import it. And if you click on sign up forms, this is called the sign up widgets. So this is general forms, this is embedded forms, this is subscriber pop-up, this is form integrations, and these are the paid platform, Facebook form and tablet form. So you click on any HTML embedded forms. If you select on embedded forms, so Mailchimp will automatically give you like this kind of subscribe to our mailing list email address widget, and you get this code and you copy and paste this code to your WordPress website, whatever page you want to show. Like this way, here we have shown it in a separate URL. This is the same widget, so from here you can get that widget and you can copy paste this code to your website. So this is called email marketing. I hope you have understood, and you can do it by yourself. And now there is another thing that we can take note of, that is called the UTM tracker. Now what is UTM tracker? If you want to get data in your Google Analytics, so you can see UTM code generator. So what you can do here, so URL builder analytics help, you can click on this. Now you can see the URL builder tool here. So this is the form, so you have to put your website URL, so for where you want to send your customers. So if we check here, say http www dot say bengalspeech.com. Now this, you have to put the campaign source, that is your newsletter. Now campaign medium, so this is should be your email, and this is, you don't have to put your campaign term, you have to put your campaign name. This name should be the same matching name whatever you have given in your Mailchimp account. So this campaign name might be say BS mailer. Now if we generate the URL, you should get this URL, and you can put this URL here in Mailchimp. So you can create, you can go to your dashboard, and if you create RSS campaign here, if you put here, so if we again put it here, so we go here, we put it here, and if we go to next, and if we say send to entire list, if we go to next, now we set up this. Now name your campaign. So this campaign name is BS Mailer, because we have to check here in URL builder, BS Mailer we have given the name. So BS Mailer. Now this is same. Now you have to click on next. You have to select the basic RSS. So you see the sign of RSS, you select it. Now what you can do, you can put this link here in this part. So in this part you can put this link. So click here, so you put here, so you click here and you link it with this URL, so you insert it, and now you save and close it. And what you can do right now, you can send a test mail to so you can send a test mail here. So you send the test mail. So this is the test mail is done, and then you can go to next and you can confirm this. So you can confirm this, you can start this now. Now let us check with the Gmail what we have received here. So the last one with the UTM tracker here, so you can see in promotions, you can see 7 Boats Info System test post from Bengal Speech and Hearing Private Limited. So if you click on this, so you see, so this is the latest one 0 minutes ago. You can see here, click here, you can see this, you can, now the click here is not performing. So let us check here with say design. Now why this link is not clickable, let us check here. So click here, we edit on this, so click here, okay, so I put it in a wrong way. So this is the actual URL, so save and close. Now what we need to do, we need to send a test mail again here. We send it again here. Now let us check, in our promotions. So we go back to here, so new message from 7 Boats Info System, you can see here. So this is the new message. Now you can see this click here is clickable, and you can see bengalspeech.com/UTM_source equal to newsletter, and UTM_medium equal to email, and UTM_campaign equal to BS Mailer. Now if you check in your analytics, you can see how many people are visiting your website, how many people have clicked on this link. So this is the mailer, and you can send this mailer on as per your schedule to your customers from the Mailchimp mail campaign. So this is all about setting up your bulk email campaign from Mailchimp. Thank you.